Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Geoguessr. We're doing a balanced world today. It's a map by Debre. Sun to the north in the southern hemisphere. Back of a white car. We're in South America. Somewhere in good old South America. Can we figure it out? Maybe. Are we going to figure it out? No, because apparently that has nothing to do with what we just saw. Popi? Mahatani? What the fuck? I guess it's South Africa then. Near Botswana, because Botswana you can't see the back of the car. Or it could be Lesotho or Eswatini, because it's Gen 3 coverage and it's not Gen 2. So probably not South Africa. And we can't see all the lovely, wonderful signs that we want to see. I love it. Does that say the Zimbabwe border? It does. So the Zimbabwe border means we have to be in South Africa. I mean, we could be Botswana. I guess. Matopi? Anyone seen Matopi? Actually, oh shit. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're really, really fucked. The only reason we're going with Botswana over South Africa is because of the Gen 3 coverage. I know you don't have to have Gen 2 in South Africa. If we could find a car driving, that would be great. I know we passed one earlier. Like, actually driving on the road. So we'll see if we're on the left or the right-hand side. That should be helpful. You know what? I feel like that car would have been kind of where we were. Maybe we're at the town of Musina? Maybe? Which would make sense. Zimbabwe would be north of us. We're getting some fake rifts. And we're not able to go certain places. Love it. Makes me feel all nice and warm and tingly on the inside. Let's go this way. This is the opposite of the way we went. We're on the right-hand side, so... boom. Alright. Now that we know we're definitely in Botswana, let's go check out this green sign again. And can we find Pobi or Matsiloge? Plumtree? Francistown? Obviously could be anywhere over by the border. But I think we're kind of screwed. Here's Bobonong. Because it definitely said the Zimbabwe border. And we're definitely on the right-hand side. Which means we're definitely in Botswana. Which means we have to be near the fucking Zimbabwe border. And it ends up being 43 miles to our south. Over by a town called Warmly. And Matsiloge, which we did see. You want to know what the issue was? From a distance, it doesn't look like there's anything fucking here. And maybe that's because I'm fucking colorblind. But I don't see any roads over here. I see one, right? And that's now because I'm looking. But not really anything else. I'm definitely colorblind. New Zealand or Australia. Gen 2 coverage. We have the Guitar Ridge. Who knows, because we can't fucking leave. There we go. The Gutter Ridge Gardens and Fossil Bluff. I feel like both of those are notoriously Australian. I want to say we're in New Zealand for no fucking reason. We are looking for flags, although we're probably not going to recognize it. We're also looking for websites. Incredibly helpful. Table Cape, Fossil Bluff, Bridge to Bridge, Walkway. Why do I feel like Fossil Bluff is England? Sun's definitely to the north. We're definitely on the left-hand side. Can we find anything? White license plates doesn't really help us. It tells us it's not New South Wales. But that's pretty much it. Why can't we kind of go where we want to go? We are heading into a town. That should help us, hopefully, figure out a country. R&B and E and J Morton, whatever the fuck that means. Han Wolf Blast, $sign of $9.99. Carlton Drought. Bogue's Drought. So it's pretty much a bevy. Bottle Shop. Drought. Liberals for Braden. This is .au. That says Tasmania. Definitely fucking helps us. Hobart, maybe? What was the thing that they wanted us? Liberals for Braden? No, I kind of want to get back to this part. The old part over here. So let's go around this way. For Braden. Brett Whiteley. Tasmanian Liberals. I feel like Braden's going to be the town of a town name, right? So can we find a Braden anywhere? Not from a distance. Bothwell, Elizabethtown, Georgetown, Penguin. Do we go for weird names because they're always fun to guess weird names? Maybe. Orford, Beam Creek, Campbell. Or do we go like middle of nowhere and hope for fucking luck? We know we're in Tasmania, which is Australia. We just don't know where we are. Chrome and Rust Fest. What? Stupid fucking fest. It ends up being the Northwest. Did this turn into a town? We were over by Table Cape or Wynyard or Dr. Rocks. Which, if we would have seen Doctor's Rocks, we might have gone there because of the name. But I don't see Bogart anywhere. So I don't know what that ended up being. 420. We're in the United States, Southwest. Probably. It makes sense to me. There's miles per hour. There's another miles per hour. Speed limit of 5. Obviously, they spray painted off the 1, but there are crazy people out there. Southwest United States. Yellow license plates. That's New Mexico. It's the New Mexico flag. Let's see. Can we find anything else while we're here? Like, I don't know. A highway? Benny Shendo State Senate District 23. I don't know where any districts are in New Mexico, mainly because I don't live in New Mexico. To be honest, I don't know where any districts are, even in New York. The sign that we needed to see just has a nice lovely coat of spray paint on it. And we kind of got nothing in this direction. Maybe a major road. I did see a truck on it. Definitely 2 lanes, but that could just be a side road. B Square Ranch, Bollock Minerals. So it's near a mining facility. Shit. We're probably not going to find anything of use. We know we're in New Mexico. Navajo Indian Irrigation Project. So we're on not only New Mexico, we're on an Indian reservation. The Navajos. That should have been a road sign. That's 371. If you don't recognize it, that's the sun symbol that is on the New Mexico flag. 247. We're looking for 371. I don't know if there's any method to the madness of the number system in New Mexico. However, there's a lot of 1s, and there's some 6s and some 5s. Here's 371. Okay. And the Navajo Nation Reservation. Do we have a town name by any chance? I think it's 302. Can we find 371 and 302? We have 45 seconds. So it should be off of 371. Makes sense. But can we find it? 371. It looks like we have a lot of squares coming off of it. 57, 47. And then we kind of get to Interstate 40, where it changes. So if we did see it, we passed it. Which is a shame. We only have 10 seconds left anyway. We didn't find any town names, from what I could tell. And we're on a north to south stretch. Let's go down here a little bit. You know what? Let's stay it over here. Fuck it. Fuck it. And actually a pretty decent guess. We were 3 miles off. It does end up being a little bit further north. This is Nappy HQ, and Highway 302. So we didn't even get to see a rounded 302, which we would have looked for. We probably would have ignored it because it doesn't have a number. So we might have actually seen it, and we just ignored it. But not a bad guess. Ooh, this is a nice Gen 4. This is new Gen 4. Sun to our south, so we are in the north. We do have those nice rolling hills. This is a Debre map. Don't be surprised if we end up in Norway. Although, I don't think this is Norway. We do have some red houses, though. So maybe, just maybe, it's going to be Norway. We do have a little bit of a sign. Astergen and Senstibi Grandana? What the fuck? Definitely with the O dot / we're in Norway. It's a Debre location. You either get beautiful Norway or you get middle of fucking nowhere when it comes to Debre locations. Everything's a Debre location and Debre's mapped out. And for those of you who do not follow us on Twitch, I definitely recommend it. I definitely recommend coming on over because we do have emotes just for an occasion like this called debREEE, where it's Debre with 3 E's and it's his Geoguessr icon with devil horns, laser eyes, and fire everywhere. And it's perfect to spam in chat for times like these, which I only wish you guys would get to experience yourself. However, you do need better Twitch TV, which is a free add-on download for your web browser, which allows you to see these emotes. Highly recommend it if you guys don't already have it. And I definitely recommend coming over and hanging out with us for a few hours, Monday through Thursday. Because I definitely enjoy myself, and I hope you guys do as well. And hopefully we can all have a fun time. But goddamn, the week's almost already over. It's a Wednesday. Our last day of streaming is tomorrow for the week. And we'll be back and ready to go on Monday. But we are live noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday. And I do really hope you guys come and join us. Mainly because we've been doing pretty decently recently. We have a lot of random followers, especially when we get featured on the homepage of Geoguessr. It's always a good time and a good laugh. But I don't know where in Norway we are. There's nothing fucking here. We have a lot of trees. I haven't seen any bodies of water. We do have some hills and some mountains. I feel like that puts us... Oh my god, that's a body of water. And a train station. Brabu and Skari. Even without the Gen 4, this is still a wonderful site. Point optimization, probably over by Meldhal. Although I do think it's probably going to be up here because Debre loves Lofoten for whatever fucking reason. Maybe. Maybe over here. Hinoya, maybe. We're taking a risky play because we know Debre. And it ends up being way further south. Should have just left it where we were. We're by Brandbu, which I think we actually did see on that sign. But we took a risk and it failed. And then the last and final location, definitely EU. Although I'm not so great with bollards, I believe those are French. So we're in the French countryside. Somewhere. With mountains like this, we could probably look south. There are the road markings that we need. The community calorie, so I guess if you go here, you gain calories. Varilis, and we do have a D108. So, mountains, that's kind of over here. I don't know where any of those towns are, but I'm actually surprised we were able to recognize the French bollard. We do have a river to our south, and I feel like we need to find a sign that's like, hey, Paris is 148 kilometers away. And I'd be like, thanks, guy. And then I could probably get it wrong by 148 kilometers. But that's not what we're worried about right now. What we're worried about right now is finding a different road than a D road. I believe we already passed a marker that said N, and I just didn't feel like stopping. So the next one we do see, we're definitely going to check out. Like this. D105. Not what we wanted to see. Because D roads are department roads. And there's 98 departments? I don't know. Random arbitrary number. And that is going to be This area has its own D roads. This area has its own D roads. This area has its own D roads. And they could repeat. So it's not exactly worth finding those. Calorie, maybe. I feel like Calorie is probably going to be decent sized. Or a St. Just, St. R, whatever the fuck that means. We do have a D3 and a D108. Are we in the right area? Maybe. Are we going to find it? No. I don't see Calorie from a distance. I feel like the St. Just might be the biggest thing we could find. Let's just go to die, right? Fuck it. We'll go to die. D108, D3. But there's nothing fucking here. Saint Bonnet Le Chateau. I think that's not going to help us. Put mountains. Put us down here somewhere. Can we find it from a distance? La Baguette de Lac? No. I think my French is pretty shitty. So, don't be surprised if I say some weird shit. I mean orange, right? Orange, you glad I'm not French? You could always do those fucking bullshit jokes. Hopefully you guys have never heard that before. Because then I could be the one who introduced it to you. And then it's like, I'm the one who did it, you know? I don't know where the fuck we are. We're staying in Die because Die is a funny fucking name. And it ends up being 71 miles to our northwest. Over by Calorie, which we saw. La Roche, which we didn't. And I don't see any of those Saint whatevers that we saw on those signs. So the only sign we did see was Calorie. And it doesn't look like you can see it from a distance. But not a bad score. Our biggest fuck up was Norway. Trying to make a play because of Debre. But shit happens sometimes. First place is Linus at 23,350. Volkuk 40 in second at 22,638. E. Chandler in third at 21,896. We came in fourth with our nice French fuck up. Scribbles in fifth at 20,680. It looks like not going with Tasmania was what killed you there. Bo in sixth going with New Zealand. 17-4, and then 59 going with Australia instead of Tasmania. South Africa, actually, Lesotho instead of Botswana. And then New Mexico. Well, California instead of New Mexico. So a few places here and there, obviously, that I could work on, that some of you guys could work on. But that's the whole point of playing this, right? You live and you learn. You see things and you learn things, and hopefully those things stick in your brain and you're able to remember them and bring them up. Like, I apparently now recognize French bollards. That's new. That's literally a today thing that happened. But until next time, guys, thank you all so much for being here. I do hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you live tomorrow on Twitch at noon Eastern. That's 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Britain time, GMT. But I look forward to seeing you guys all then. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day. And bye-bye.